Hey Anthony, how you doing? You okay?
Yeah, good. You?
Yes, mate. I'm alright. I'm just in the lobby
Cool.
now, mate.
Yeah, fine. I'm just trying to look for a space. It's like a bit of a nightmare
It's
around
quite
here.
hard, mate.
If you look outside the window, I'm in one of the cars stuck in traffic.
Yeah.
But I'll be there in a minute. Let me just find a space and I'll be there as soon as I can.
Alright then. I'll see you in a bit.
See you in a
Cheers,
bit.
mate.
Cheers.
Bye.
Bye. Somebody reached out to me. I don't know too much about him, to be fair, but he reached out to me to interview me for it's either his YouTube show or his podcast show. Maybe it's a mixture of both. I'm not totally sure. But I said, yeah, why not? It's great when people reach out to you. It's quite interesting hearing people's stories, their perspectives. Some people want advice, some people are sending deals or whatever. Some people are just saying hello, telling me they appreciate the content I'm putting out, so that's good. So it's nice to put out because you get back as well, and I think you get a lot out just from the putting out side of things in itself. Maybe it helps you to become more self-aware potentially. Going good.
Nice to see you. You alright?
Let's get that space. It's Chris here. So with me, so my idea is pretty simple. Especially when you get to bigger deals, track record, that's what they want to know. And these deals are my first big new build deals that I'm doing. Once these are complete, especially the first few, it's going to be like easy for me to go just check my YouTube.
Yeah.
And they're going to see, because what they want to know is, the main thing is, can you get over the hurdles and the problems? That's the main thing, isn't it? When it's going smooth, it's okay. So can you manage the team? Can you manage the design team, the build team? Have you got a project manager, QS, PM, or whoever is involved? Can you manage them? If that's on camera, it's a wrap, it's easy. And not just that, then obviously you've got banks, you've got investors, you've got everyone else that's going to see it from the beginning, so they see how you found a site. Then you've got planning permission, you've got tenants. Then they know intimately how you deal with it, and they're going to have more confidence on it.
I watched all the videos, to be fair, so
Oh, really?
to say, it's good.
I've had a few people say that.
It's
Tell me
very
there's not
like-
enough content there.
It's very open as well. You're not like,
Bullshitting it.
You're not bullshitting. You're just very direct with what you're saying. So that's what we want, really.
Yeah, that's that.
Yeah. So I'm just at that stage now. I'm just starting to use investors' money a lot more.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to find more investors. So I'll ask you that on the interview. Did you know, like, have you got any tips for people? Because that'll help me.
I'll say it now and then maybe ask me afterwards so I don't forget. You'll never see me on my content ask for investors because then you look desperate. When you look desperate, you look needy. When you look needy, it's not attractive. It's not attractive, it's unattractive. Isn't it funny, like you've seen these videos and say on YouTube where a homeless person will come and ask you for money for like their parking or for food, and people refuse their money, and then someone that looks wealthy or something in a suit will ask you for £1 to put in the parking meter, and they'll get the pound from the person. Success begets success, isn't it? Yeah, money attracts.
It's like kind of a snowball.
Perception is reality.
Like a snowball effect where things just get bigger and bigger.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Because I'm noticing that even though I'm only like a couple of years in, it's just been a steady growth. Is that what happened with you? Did you kind of build up?
I did a bunch of smaller stuff.
Yeah.
So by the time I got to the bigger stuff, it was like easy.
Yeah.
Not I don't want to say easy, but it was easier because you're still dealing with people. It's a people business, isn't it?
Yeah.
Whether it's someone that owns a site that I want to buy for £1 million, or it's someone that owns a house that I want to buy for 100 grand, they still have emotions, they still have family problems, they still have work life, home life. It's the same things that apply, so it's just a different figure.
Yeah.
So is it Nottingham?
Nottingham, yeah. Have you worked in Leicester, isn't it? You've got projects in Leicester?
I'm not anymore, I haven't got any, I used to.
You sold them off?
So in Leicester, I did a lot of lettings and management.
Oh, yeah.
So I had a lettings and management company. You're a landlord, I'll lease it from you for £1,000, and then I'll go and rent it for £2,000.
Yeah.
That grand's mine. I never used to include bills in my stuff.
What, per room or?
I never used to include bills. It was like a student house. It used to be a group usually of students. A group of 5 students, they're paying, let's say, £2,000.
That'll take a lot of hassle away because you've got like
a ton of hassle.
Yeah.
All you've got to worry about then is maintenance and collecting the rent, whereas otherwise you've got to worry about the usage of the utilities, are they abusing it, and you've got to pay the gas, electric, internet, have a communal cleaner, are they keeping it clean, and you've got individual tenants moving in and out, and you've got to get that room sorted, and then I hated it, that's why I got out of it.
Because if it's per room, there's a lot more headache, isn't it?
Oh, 100%.
So you did it as a whole, essentially?
Generally.
Okay, I'm with you. So what is co-living? What is co-living? Because I don't fully understand it. I've watched a few bits of your content about it. And is it basically you would have a tenant from start to finish, so
No, that's what I'm calling lifetime living.
Lifetime living.
Co-living is, well, at least for the demographic that I'm targeting.
Yeah.
It can be for older people, but the demographic I'm targeting is generally going to be 21 to 35-year-olds.
Yeah.
And they're looking for self-contained studio or flat, small flat, or they're happy to live with others in an apartment. All of that forms part of a larger apartment complex building, whereby there's a lot of amenity space and social spaces. So just like when you came into this building, there's a cafe, places to work, there's a reception, there's like a living area, chill out area. So it's about having a social lifestyle, but just on a bigger scale. A bunch of young professionals and people that fits within that demographic can't necessarily afford to live by themselves in a one-bed apartment somewhere. It's quite expensive. And how much is a one-bed apartment in Nottingham? 600.
5-6.
So 500-600 quid, plus council tax, plus water, plus
800, 900.
plus gas if there's gas in the building.
Yeah.
Exactly. So
It's not worth it.
you're spending
For a lot of people.
potentially £1,000, whereas co-living may cost you 600 quid or 700 quid, and you're getting all of that plus your bills included, fast Wi-Fi. So it's trying to put a spin on a way of living, really.
So in terms of like the class used, is it actually, would it be classed as a HMO? Just like a large HMO?
We don't know yet because it's all new.
Yeah.
It's relatively untested. There's 2 schemes that I'm aware of that have been approved for purpose-built co-living, i.e. the building's been built specifically for co-living, i.e. people coming together, living together, sharing a lot of facilities, and then having a lot of amenity space to then use. It's just on a larger scale, so it's what you're doing, but extracting. Instead of doing a 4 or 5 bed, you're trying to extract 2, 3, 400 people into a large building. Because what are the benefits of, what would you say the benefits are of living in a house share? Why people are attracted to a house share?
They save money. In a house share, they're definitely going to save money. They might have a friend that they want to live with, but they want to earn space at the same time, so they might move into, say, a HMO with their friend. Their friend has their room upstairs, and they have their room downstairs. Another thing being close to the centre, and not paying a premium.
Social aspect's pretty cool, because you should ideally be chilling with people of a similar interest. So that's pretty interesting for some, and that's pretty appealing. Maybe we've given too many nuggets away. Maybe we should hold on for your interview.
Let's hold on.
But we still got this though.
Yeah, that's fine.
You can still use this footage.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so we're here today with Anthony Laville, and we're just going to kind of pick his brain a little bit and see, you know, how he gets started, how he got started, what he's been up to, and just trying to get to know Anthony a little bit. I didn't know anything about that, so that's helpful for me. I'm sure other people as well. Because I think there's a lot of people, they know what they're doing in terms of refurbishing HMOs and things like that, but how do you get from there to doing a big deal?
You just do it, and that's like, it's hard, isn't it, to like, and that's, I think I have trouble with that sometimes for sure, especially when like, I'm trying to work out like, what kind of go to a tower. The principles are the same. I suppose a lot of it's just down to finding a good site and finding the money, I suppose. That's a big thing. But I think it's just about doing it oftentimes. If you can find someone that's experienced to get advice from, I didn't really find anyone to get advice from experience. I just started, and then later on I found people.
Okay. So that's another thing. If you have a great deal, the money will kind of follow you. Do you believe that's true? Or?
Yeah, I believe it's true. It may not necessarily be on the terms that you want, but somebody will want in. But you can't just sit there, sit in your room or sit in your living room thinking, oh, we've got the deal now. Someone's gonna, no, you got to get out there, market it, push it, try and get finance raised for it. If that's what you know, the money, then it will come. Somebody will go, I want in. Sure.
You're obviously excelling in the property game. Have you noticed anyone acting a bit different around you, or how do you think?
Good question, and I'd say no, because I'm not really around anyone that I'm gonna feel any kind of vibe from like that. I just don't happen to be around that. Like I've got a close knit family, so to be fair, half the time, a bunch of them don't even know what I'm doing. Some of them may see it on social media. I like planning permissions. I've done all this. I've done deals, and they don't know. I'm not exactly, you know, Bill Gates. I'm not even a fraction of his level, so I don't have those kind of issues. I'm kind of a lone wolf, really. I think that's the right term. I'm a lone wolf. The real big guys, they're not on camera. It's not me. Do you know what I mean? I'm nothing. I'm just fucking So the real ones that are actually killing it, they're not on camera, they don't do this social media shit. Things are changing though. 5-10 years time, all the big boys will be on social media. There will be. So like us, we're just getting ahead of the curve slightly, because by the time we get to that stage, hopefully there's a massive following and things become a lot easier, but deals come. In the past month I've had somebody offer me 30 grand, I've had somebody offer me 50 grand.
Trying to JV with you?
Yeah, like invest or JV. I'm like, I can't do anything with it. Like, number one, I don't know you, and you don't know me. And number two, I can't do anything with 50 grand. It doesn't. I'm planning applications like 50 grand plus. Do you know what I mean? So I can't do anything with it anyway. So it's interesting. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah,
next time you're in, give me a shout.
Anthony, good luck, man.
Yeah, you too. Keep in touch.
Keep
Keep in touch, man.
Yeah.
Keep in touch. Look, if you want to start doing that stuff, you need. If you've seen a deal that you want to work on, let me know.
I think it's good how you're giving back and, you know, providing free content for people, because you don't need to.
I don't need to.
You don't
I don't
need
need
to.
to.
Yeah.
But it comes back around, doesn't it? Again. Yeah. All right, take it easy, boys.
Yeah, thank you.
Good to meet you both. I think that was good. It was good. It's a nice interview.